So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, this guy Olivier Giroud triggers interesting debate. Some say he reached the top of the world without having a shot on target, and for fans he remains a divisive figure, but I for one see him as a huge focal point of the attack. He's the glue that pulls it all together.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Well, we're on the way. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between full-backs and the attacking wide players.
And he's had a hit! Oh, that was close. Entree. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Messi. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And here's Son Heung-min. Played out towards the right wing. Valverde with the cross. And Messi! Decent enough try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Bentaleb. Now Andre. Front-footed pressing going on here. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Just too high.
Messi will have to accept some flack for that. Was anyone really expecting it?
Caicedo. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Messi puts his foot on the gas. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Meunier. Stood up well to him there. Jimenez. Caicedo. Caicedo looking to penetrate opposition lines. Bullish header! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Now it's Kane. He's gone for goal! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely weighted ball. Valverde. And it's Caicedo. Hakimi. Now Son Heung-min. Now that looks a decent ball. That's tidy. Here comes the cross. Up he goes! It's fallen kindly here. A real chance and a real let-off. And here's Kane.
That's going in strongly.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Kane.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
It's come to nothing. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Camavinga couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Giroud, spread out to the left. He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Kane, oh, good spread. Engages and forces him off the ball. Bentaleb. Alexander-Arnold does well to get it back. Hakimi. Shifted it to the flank. Messi gets a foot in here. Played out to the right. And it's Caicedo. Great defending, strong and determined. Caicedo. And the referee brings the first half to a close. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Arsenal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
It's gone out for a throw-in. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Now it's Giroud. And this is Kane. Not the most accurate pass. Out to the left it goes. And here's Kane. Kane! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Deftly away. And now they can spring out of defence. He's in a great position here. Messi being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Can he get it through? Valverde cross, a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Oh, it's a great ball here. And this is Son Heung. Oh, shooting chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Well, in probably an entirely one-sided game, still up for grabs. Nothing to show for all the pressure. Caicedo, over to the left. Now it's Kane. Now it's Valverde. Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Lille are looking to go forward now. Valverde does really well to win the ball there. And it's Messi. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Bentaleb. That has been slung wide. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Valverde. And this is Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min stood his ground strongly. Son Heung-min couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Andre Bentaleb. Giroud closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Andre. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. That's good running with the ball. Valverde. Big chance! Oh, it's hit the post!
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now that's well seen too. Lille choosing to make the first change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Tries to play it through. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Knocks it into space. Cross, he gets big! Gomez. That's a decent clearance. Foot in. Meunier. Foot. Oh, what a climb! Just off target.
Giroud is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Le numéro 7. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 11.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
He is through here. In with the challenge.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And that was nowhere near his best. Camavinga spread it left. Now it's Son Heung-min. He's found a way through. Son Heung-min. It's Son Heung-min! Big relief, it just needed better contact. 90 minutes gone and nothing to show. And it's Messi. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's in a good position here. And the referee brings it to a close. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, if this was a game where both sides played to their strengths, there could only have been one winner, but ifs don't count in football.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team.
And now,
Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it. It's a system that's naturally going to ask an awful lot from your central striker, but also for anyone positioned out wide. You're the key supply route, and at the same time, the defensive cover. So, effectively, you're the lungs and legs of the team.
The action has already started. Now it's Kane. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proven himself in many of the top leagues at such a young age, Peter. He's tactically very astute, he's versatile anywhere on that right flank, and you see him make overlap after overlap, and he loves to stretch defences.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Son Heung-min applies the finish! And he's done very well to deal with it.
Son Heung-min clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Brassier, anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes, so we're seeing some conservatism here.
Camavinga. It's a really well-measured ball. Valverde, he is through here. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And it's Messi. And he's decided to go for it. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And that is a little undercooked. Caicedo gets over and intercepts. Nicked it back promptly. Threads one in. Oh, well measured. Frankowski. Now Rongier. And it's Mbolo. Seydou. Camavinga. And it's Alexander-Arnold. That's a promising run he's making on the right. It's Camavinga. And it's Caicedo. Messi. Valverde receives it in a good position here. That's good play. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
Hakimi looking to penetrate opposition lines. Frankowski. Seydou. And this is Kane. It's Kane! Oh, it's hit the post! Rongier. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Messi. Messi proves just a little bit too strong. Messi! Oh, it's come off the upright. They're back in possession and ready to go. He's going for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that has been knocked clear. He's had a shot! And that's off target.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Seydou. And it's Merlin. Brassier. That has been slung wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Could move up a gear here. Now that looks a decent ball. He's in plenty of space here. Now it's Kane. And the shot! Harry Kane! Off the scale! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Arsenal take the lead. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Quick reminder today, please have
Any
your
opinion
entry
you'd like to
tickets
express
at
on the
hand,
first
as it's
half?
time to announce
Arsenal,
today's
their
winning
advantage on the balance of play. They did most of the probing and got their reward, although they should have a bigger lead. Could come back to haunt them.
Arsenal, they're in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. Here we go again then.
Arsenal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Rongier wins the duel this time. Played out to the right. Played into space out wide. It's not an especially good pass, that. Akanji. Valverde. for Messi. Nicely shaped ball. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's nice. He's having a go! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Alexander-Arnold probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Merlin. And it's Rongier. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Arsenal leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. And Frankowski. Can he stop it going out? And it's Caicedo. Distributed tidily. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Not the most convincing of passes. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Now it's Frankowski. Son Heung-min. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Son Heung-min running with the ball. Seydu. Frankowski. And he's let fly! Brassier. And it's Merlin. Merlin, nicely weighted ball. It's a promising position. Oh, sweet feet. Now it's Kane. Now it's Son Heung-min. Out to the right. That's a shade optimistic. And he's managed to get rid. And that has put paid to that. More and more pressure on the ball here. He's found a way through.
Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That has not gone well. And it's Kane. Now it's Mbolo. He's in a great position here. No, he's not getting past him there. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. And it's made its way to him. Messi. And there's the shot! Oh, that's a waste. Time for a change in personnel.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Oh, he's taken it. And it's Hakimi. Played out towards the right wing. In with the challenge.
Arsenal can really think about the precious seconds that took off the...
And that's that. Arsenal have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Kane taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim? Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
So it's down to business here. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail, time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Played into space.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And the finish! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Son Heung-min. And this is Kane. Kane! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Arsenal are applying all the early pressure.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a...
And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Messi. Kamavinga. Son Heung-min. That's a good ball out wide. That's Valverde. And this is Kane. Lovely bit of skill. Messi. Deftly out wide. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Son Heung-min. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. That has not gone well. McKennie. That's rather hopeful. And for a moment, time stood still. Locatelli. Kalulu. What a throw in. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Kane. Now it's Messi. Played out towards the right wing. Valverde. Valverde with the cross. Oh, well played, well played. Kalulu. And it's Locatelli. McKennie. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's David. David is on it. Tries a shot! It's there!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Half an hour played now. Caicedo. Camavinga, distributed tidily. Now it's Kane. And here's Son Heung-min. Kelly. Yildiz. He is through here. Akanji cuts out the pass.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. Arsenal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And this is Kane. And this is Son Heung-min. Has a shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Kalulu. Locatelli. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. That pass isn't the best. Spread out to the left. Valverde making good progress on the right-hand side. And it's Alexander-Arnold. They want to be quick to recover this. Locatelli. Now it's David. And here's Kane. It's Kane! Now who's Valverde? And how good was that? He's got himself an absolute peach. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
And the half-time whistle goes. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Kick off the second half.
Arsenal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Camavinga. Messi. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Camavinga. And it's Son Heung-min. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And Akanji. And it's Camavinga. And there's the shot! And that's off target.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Cambiasso, measured ball. And it's Messi. Son Heung-min. And that was nowhere near his best. And here's Kane. Kane! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Shifted it to the flank. Caicedo. And it's Camavinga. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Bremer. And here's Kane. Oh, good ball. There's the shot! He's got away with one there.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
And it's Conceição. He's got away. Foot in. Nicely spread. Son Heung-min. Caicedo. Conceição. Now it's Kane. Oh, good spread. Valverde. And it's Camavinga. Caicedo. Chance! That's got him rattled. Cambiasso. Yildiz. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Son Heung-min. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Son Heung-min. And that has left him in a heap. And he's chosen to go back. Can he get on the end of this?
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
This is the time you need that pace.
This is intriguing. Next goal, critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Now it's Kane. Now it's Valverde. He's tried one! Oh, crossbar! And he's managed to get rid.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Kane. Played out to the right. Hoisted in. It's Kane! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Yildiz. Camavinga. Valverde. And that will be the final act. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. but it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Valverde claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Well, if you did just miss it, we are Kane! Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Jamie Vardy is a top quality striker, and he's also one of the game's most consistent scorers. Fantastic pace and energy levels, described as a real pest who just never stops running, even for lost causes. And he's an absolute nightmare for defences.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And he's gone looking for safety. And this is Kane. Messi. Messi! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Number 10, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Terracciano. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Kane. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Son Heung-min. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Kane.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Valverde gets a foot in here. Petzela. And he's managed to get free. Petzela made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. He's picked his way through. Flashes it across. Keeper has taken decisive action. Kane, who's set up one goal so far. Now it's Messi. And this is Kane. Look at the space here. Chooses to go back. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Messi. And he's had a hit. Oh, he's hit the bar. It's Son Heung-min. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Son Heung-min. Messi looking understandably energised after his goal. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Valverde was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Camavinga wriggles his way through, looking for options for movement. Alexander-Arnold looking to get on the end of this. Chance! He will be livid with himself.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well. Arsenal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. He's on it, can he get away? Gets a good foot in there. Caicedo. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Messi.
There they go, hunting again.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And the through ball. Messi! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Decent chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Hakimi clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Cremona looking to pass their way through. And it's Kane. And this is Son Heung-min. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Just a quick
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Arsenal deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more, considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Arsenal happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
Here we go again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Camavinga. And it's Hakimi. Son Heung-min. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Now it's Vardy. Oh, that's fabulous. Stood up well to him there. Now, what about a counter-attack? Son Heung-min. And Hakimi. Jimenez. And Akanji. And it's Alexander-Arnold. It's Camavinga. Caicedo. And it's Jimenez. And Hakimi. Being still separated by the game's only goal. Petzela. Aims beyond the defence. Applies the finish! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. That's a decent clearance. A noticeable change in the approach to defend. And he's decided to go for it.
61,052.
Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Alexander-Arnold brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
And here's Kane, Messi. Now who's going to be first to this? Vardy. And it's made its way to him. And it's been played through. Not the most accurate pass. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Caicedo. And it's Son Heung-min. And here's Kane. Valverde. And a chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Vardy. Now it's Kane. That is good strength. Can he get on the end of this?
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. Now it's Kane. Played out to the left flank. Son Heung-min gets into a good position. Crossed in once more. He gets big! And that would have won it.
Messi really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Substitution.
Cremona can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Now it's Kane. Kane. Camavinga. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. Arsenal finding their passes. And this is Kane. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And here's Kane. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Corner number 3 coming up. Messi falls short. Arsenal close now to seeing this one through to the end. Taken back almost at once.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And this is Vardy. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
There will be 1 minute
Nicely
added time.
weighted ball. Oh, that's a key interception. 1 minute to add according to the board. So that's it. It is all over. Arsenal have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. He steps in, and that's the end of that. O'Brien, pretty cagey early on from both sides. And Garner, McNeil, and that has left him in a heap. Now it's Kane, and it's Messi. Spread it left. Son Heung-min with the cross. Oh, important interception. Grealish. And it's Mykolenko. McNeil. Valverde. Mykolenko. Now he's off and running.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Son Heung-min going full steam ahead down the left flank. McNeil. Everton deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should. Nicely weighted ball. Now there's a Kane! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Number 11, Harry Kane!
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
And here's McNeil. Akanji powering forward here.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Tarkowski clears. Out to the left it goes. He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Son Heung-min clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Valverde. Arsenal finding their passes. Son Heung-min, cross flung in towards the middle, punched away. McNeil. Grealish. And it's Irabunan. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And he's there to retrieve it. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Kane goes steaming forward. Just eases him off the ball. Has a shot! And for a moment, time stood still. And it's Messi. Messi running with the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Messi. It's Camavinga. Over to the left. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Those of you making their way
There's
home
plenty
on
of
public
positives to take
transportation
despite the
today,
lead
please
being
watch the
so
screen
small,
for train
Peter.
departure
I
times
think
from
playing
all
well,
local
good
major
energy,
stations.
a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Arsenal are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
Here we go again.
Arsenal really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Caicedo. Messi, who's set up one goal so far. O'Brien did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Keane. It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Akanji producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Looking for the run. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Caicedo. And it's Son Heung-min. Camavinga short changes him with that pass. Spread out to the left. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Mykolenko defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Grealish. Mykolenko. He's found a way through. No, again there's no way through.
The attendance for this match was
29,514. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Mykolenko. Now it's Grealish. Akanji gets a foot in here.
Substitution on the field. Number 7. Coming on to replace him is number 34.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Can he get it through? Might be... And a chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Yeah, that's great running from the way he manoeuvred himself into such a good position to receive the pass and go through on the goalkeeper then.
Messi. A probing pass. Could be danger here. And he's on his chance for a shot. Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Number 42.
A couple of changes then in quick succession.
Is number 27, Idrissa Gueye.
Idrissa Gueye. And this is Kane. It's Kane! And he's had a hit! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Caicedo probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Coming on to replace him is Number 23, Coleman.
Son Heung-min. Kane being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose...
Messi! He should have put that one away.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Can he spark a counter here? Tries to play it through. Oh, well played.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. He's having a good look here. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Mikolenko attempts a clearance. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Plays a sharp little ball here. Just 5 minutes left.
Arsenal really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Not the most accurate pass.
Kane really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And he's intervened well there. Forwards and with intent. Knocks it into space. And he's straight offside. Akanji. Keep the ball and you win the... And the referee brings it to a close. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Kane taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
And a quick announcement
So just
today
time for me to
that
say thanks to
from
Jim
today's
for
match
his
is
wisdom
now on sale
and
in
to
the
wish you
stadium.
all a very good evening.